At this time, please stand for the national anthem sung by Karen Mora, Ida Bastella, and Zara Moran.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light
what so proudly hailed
at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming?
y la bomba lanzar su rojiza explosión en la noche de abril.
That our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
En la tierra de valor
Y el libre país.
Oh, wow, that was amazing! Please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce Forte Chief Schools Officer Justin Smith.
Good evening, everyone. First, can we get a round of applause for our Forte Prep High School band for the processional? It's so great to see everyone. I want to start with our first of many round of applause for the class of 2025. I would also like to start with a big note of gratitude to all of the Forte Prep staff members who are here. If you are a current, former Forte Prep teacher or staff member, can you please wave? And let's give them a round of applause for all that they do. It's great to see everyone on this extremely hot couple of days here in New York. I wanted to start by letting you know the reason it's a little toastier than you might desire is the city of New York has an ordinance that when it's this hot, they actually force city buildings to keep the AC a little lower than they normally do. So thank you for powering through, and also thank you so much for being here to celebrate our graduates. It's with great pride and joy that I welcome you to this special day of seeing our 8th graders off to high school. Today marks not just the end of a significant chapter in your journey, but also the beginning of a new and exciting adventure as you go to high schools near and far. As we gather here tonight, let's take a moment to reflect on the hard work, dedication, and growth that have brought us to this point. There are many reasons that this class has a special place in my heart. I've watched Aiden in multiple musicals as perhaps the best comic actor that Forte Prep has ever seen. I've seen Fanta crush every adult child in planking. I've given you elbow bumps, high fives, special salutes, have watched many of you start at our school as struggling readers and mathematicians, and I'm watching you leave as extremely ready for the high school rigor. I've observed Sandy, Stephanie, and and many other students' incredible artwork. I've watched, yeah, snap it up for them, obviously. And I've watched Zach Ziskin have as much enthusiasm as I've ever seen a human have for every single thing that he does. And perhaps you can see what this class is like by how robustly they are applauding each other. They know each other extremely well, and they care for each other deeply. Even though I haven't been around every single day this year, it turns out I still know these students pretty well. The reason is that here at Forte Prep, we're a pretty small, tight-knit community. If there's one thing that I've learned in the 8 years I've been a part of Forte, is that really, nothing is more important than our community. And we've needed to be a community for you to get where you are today. The last 4 years have been tough. You had to take classes at home, and so for many of you, coming to Forte was the first time you had been in school in 2 years. That, in addition to having seven different teachers for the first time in our building, was tough. It was hard. Our first year, we couldn't even have lunch in the same room. You couldn't have community meeting in the same room. It's hard to be a community when you can't actually be in the same space. Those years helped me understand how important it is to get to know the people that we're around. This group of students, as a result, is pretty fiercely connected to one another. They care deeply about supporting one another in their endeavors. And watching the friendships and the community build in this group over the last few years has shown me how important it is to prioritize each other. The world is also a pretty scary place right now. Every time I look at my phone or turn on the TV, I see images that make me really worried about our future. It's easy to feel like everything is out of our control. But I've seen you take care of your classmates when they're hurting, when they're happy, and I've seen you support each other and celebrate each other's wins. So as you move on to high school, I hope you remember that lesson, that who you are and how you show up in our community matters. You don't have to change the whole world overnight, but you can make your classroom kinder, you can make your friend group stronger, and if you keep doing that, if you keep choosing service, team, resilience, integrity, voice, and excellence, then I promise you'll keep building something that lasts. Not just at Forte, but wherever you go next. So, I will be the first of many to say, Class of 2025, congratulations. I'm so excited, curious, and optimistic about all that you will accomplish. Thank you. I think I'm supposed to say thank you. Yeah, that's right. But I'm more excited to welcome our next speaker, Jewel Cloud, Director of Family and Community Programs, to address the most important guests in the audience tonight, our families.
Hello. Good evening, graduates and families. I'm very happy to be giving this speech to our class today. Our graduates should all know my face by now, seeing me in the morning, but for those of you who don't know, my name is Jewel Cloud, or Miss Cloud. I joined Forte last year as the Director of Community and Family Programs, and I'm the leader of Families team. Before Forte, I worked in social services, but I was particularly drawn to Forte. Small school, big dreams. I love that. Because I myself grew up the child of immigrants and raised in Queens too. Learning how to take the train, wanting to go to Queens Center Mall after school. And it wouldn't have been possible for me to be where I am today had it not been for the small school that I went to when I was growing up here in Queens. Not just a school, but a community where people knew you by name and celebrated you. And today, we are here to celebrate you all. Whether you joined in the 5th grade or just this year, We celebrate all of you today and the work that you've done to make it here to graduation. This is one of the best charter middle schools in Queens. We are a preparatory academy, after all, and that means something. That is a big achievement, and we are all so proud of you for having made it to this day. And while I know you all have been beaming to start in your new schools and are excited to branch off, it's also a sad day because it's always hard to let our kiddos go. I miss walking down to 8th grade hallway to see your artwork from Miss Milton's class, seeing Stephanie or Sandy's work, or the energy that Ramatu, Michael, and Lavish came in with every morning. Even though they were all much taller than me when they had passed as they walked past. Or even just hearing Peter's beautiful voice trailing all the way from Tish to our office. But we know you are all getting ready to go on your own journeys. And when you do, I want you to remember 3 things. First, don't forget what you learned here. It was difficult, no? But it was all important, and you've earned your stripes to be here. No one can ever take away the education that you've received thus far, but you need to make sure that you keep it. And we're entrusting you to use those skills. The second thing I want for you to remember is your Forte values. Now that you've graduated, these values mean more than just points or deductions. It's about being honest even when no one's watching, or about helping others in need. Remember how rewarding it is to strive for excellence, how important it is that you have a voice, not just for yourself, but for others who don't have one, and that you should use it. And the one that I value most, resilience. I wrote a note that I keep on my fridge at home to remind me. Hard work is not the obstacle on the road to success. It is the vehicle by which you get there. When you put in extra time and you work hard, you make magic. And finally, I hope that you remember that this is just the starting point for you. No matter what mistakes you've made, you all have the same opportunity every day to be a better version of yourself. And that no matter how far you branch out, around the world and back, you are always welcome back here at Forte Prep Middle School. Congratulations, class of 2025. Y ahora, en español. Buenas noches, graduados y familias. Antes de empezar, quiero aclarar que no soy latina. Soy asiática, filipina específicamente, y mi lengua nativa es el inglés. Pero estudié y practiqué mi español para poder hablar y ayudar a nuestras familias latinas. Así que, por favor, tengan paciencia conmigo, ya que es mi primera presentación en español. Y con decir esto, estoy muy contenta de poder dar este discurso a nuestra clase hoy. Nuestros graduados ya deberían conocer mi cara, ya que siempre me ven por la mañana. Pero para quienes no lo sepan, mi nombre es Julia Clau o Mesa Clau. Me uní a Forte como directora de los programas de familias y comunidad el pasado año y líder de equipo de familias. Antes de Forte, trabajé en servicios sociales, pero Forte me atrajo. Escuela pequeña, sueños grandes. Me encanta, porque yo misma crecí como hija de inmigrantes. También crecí en Queens, aprendiendo a tomar el tren y queriendo ir al Queens Center Mall después del día escolar. Y no estaría aquí hoy en día si no hubiera sido por la pequeña escuela a la que yo fui cuando era niña, porque no solo era una escuela, sino una comunidad donde la gente conocía tu nombre y te celebraron. Y hoy estamos aquí para celebrarlos a todos ustedes. Sea que nada se hayan unido en el 5º grado o solo este año, hoy los celebramos a todos ustedes y el esfuerzo que han hecho este año para graduarse. Esta es una de las mejores escuelas secundarias charter de Queens. Después de todo, no nos llamamos una academia preparatoria por nada. Y eso significa mucho. Es un gran logro y estamos muy orgullosos que hayan llegado hasta aquí. Aunque sé que todos están radiantes de empezar en sus nuevas escuelas y emocionados por la transición, también es triste decirlo, porque siempre es difícil dejar ir a nuestros niños. Extrañaré caminar por el pasillo de 8º grado para ver el trabajo de ustedes. De la clase de arte visual con señora Milton, ver el trabajo de Sandy y Cindy, o la energía con Ramato, Michael y Lavish entrevan cada mañana, todos mucho más altos que yo. O escucha la voz linda de Peter desde la clase de música Tish durante todo el camino a nuestra oficina. Pero sabemos que todos se están preparando para emprender a sus propios caminos. Y cuando lo hagan, quiero que recuerden 3 cosas. Primero, no olviden que lo aprendieron aquí. Fue difícil, ¿verdad? Pero es fundamental. Se han ganado el reconocimiento y nadie puede quitarles la educación que han recibido hasta ahora. Pero deben asegurarse que conservarla. Confiamos que sigan usando esas habilidades. Lo segundo que quiero recuerdan son sus valores Forte. Ahora que se han graduado, estos valores significan más que solo puntos o deducciones. Se trata de ser honestos, incluso cuando nadie los ve, o de ayudar a quien lo necesita. Recuerden que lo gratificante que es ser excelente, lo importante que es tener voz, no solo para ustedes mismos, pero también para aquellos que no tienen voz y que deben usarla. Y para mí, lo que más valoro es resiliencia. Escribí esta nota en mi nevera en casa. El trabajo duro no es el obstáculo en el camino de éxito, es el vehículo para alcanzarlo. Cuando dedicas tiempo adicional y trabajas duro, crees magia. Y finalmente, espero que recuerden que este es solo el punto de partida. Sin importar los errores que hayan cometido, todos tienen la misma oportunidad, cada día, de ser una mejor versión de sí mismos. Y que, sin importar lo lejos que lleguen alrededor del mundo y de regreso, siempre serán bienvenidos de regreso a casa aquí en Forte Prep Middle School. Felicidades, clase de 2025. Lo extrañaremos. Thank you all. It is now my pleasure to present a message from Donna Mendoza, our dearly beloved 8th grade family manager, who could not be here in person today.
Class of 2025. What a year it has been. I hope you are all proud of what you have accomplished this year and during your time at Forte Prep as you get ready to say goodbye to all of us. But let's start at the beginning. To this day, I remember meeting most of you virtually with Miss Benjumia. For those of you who entered our school in 2021, do you remember meeting us through our screen? Can you believe this was the last class to have experienced virtual home visits with us? I still remember when Sandy Jack Jacks showed me one of her drawings during our virtual home visits on the computer, and I was left speechless. My only thought was, wow, this girl really has a talent, and I cannot wait for her to meet Miss Milton. Those family visits really made me feel closer to all of you and allowed me to learn more about you and how I could best do my job to create a second home for all of you at Forte Prep. Thank you for sharing your fears, interests, challenges, and talents with me when we first met. And for those that barely wanted to say a word back then, I am so happy to have witnessed your growth and development throughout the years at our school. You have definitely found your voice. I have learned so much more about you throughout our time together and would definitely miss and treasure the long and meaningful conversations with all of you, but especially those that felt a little life-changing, like my conversations with Emilio Cabrera and Brandon Teran, just to name a few. Families, I want to express my most sincere gratitude to all of you for working so closely with our school. Most of you joined our community right after the pandemic, a time filled with uncertainty. Thank you for allowing us into your lives during such a challenging time, not just for our community, but for the whole world. To our newer families, like Ethan Bone, Angelica Gordillo, Madison Arce, and Samira Aiden, thank you for trusting us, choosing us, and becoming part of the Forte family. You only had 1 year to learn how our school works, which isn't easy, but look at where you are now. Families, this is your graduation too. Be proud of the work you have done, the challenges you have overcome, and the growth you have achieved as a family. As your children make their way to high school and become more independent, remember that every single student, regardless of grades, has moments when staying organized and focused is challenging, especially as they turn into teenagers. However, with teamwork and support, we can help them become the best versions of themselves. With that said, make sure you find those who will be on your team at their new schools. And I'm sorry it can't be me forever, although that would have been amazing. This year has not only been about academics, it's been a year of growth, resilience, and transformation. I know that every conversation we have had, whether in a classroom, hallway, or during family check-ins, has helped build tools that will serve our students for a lifetime. Everything you have learned here at Forte doesn't stop today. Keep using those lessons because they matter. As your family manager, I've had the privilege of seeing the strength, intelligence, and determination each one of you carries up close. Each one of our graduates holds true potential, and I cannot wait to see where your paths lead. Lastly, please know that this isn't a goodbye. Your Forte community is still here for you. This is simply the beginning of a new chapter. You're stepping into a bigger village now, high school, with all its new opportunities, friendships, and challenges. Thank you for trusting the process. Thank you for believing in us and in your children. We are so proud of each one of you. Congratulations. Clase del 2025. ¡Qué año tan maravilloso! Espero que estén orgullosos de lo que han logrado este año y durante su tiempo en Forte Prep mientras se preparan para despedirnos. Pero empecemos por el principio. Hasta el día de hoy, recuerdo haber conocido virtualmente la mayoría de ustedes con Miss Benjumea. Para quienes ingresaron a nuestra escuela en el 2021, ¿recuerdan habernos conocido a través de una pantalla? ¿Pueden creer que esta fue la última clase que tuvo visitas de familias virtuales con nosotros? Todavía recuerdo cuando Sandy Jack Jacks me mostró uno de sus dibujos durante nuestra visita de familias virtual y me quedé sin palabras. Mi único pensamiento fue, wow, esta chica sí que tiene talento y no puedo esperar a que conozca a Miss Milton. Esas visitas de familia me hicieron sentir más cercana a todos ustedes y me permitieron conocerlos mejor para poder saber cómo podría ser mi mejor trabajo para crear un segundo hogar para todos ustedes en Forte Prep. Gracias por compartir conmigo sus miedos, intereses, desafíos y talentos cuando nos conocimos. Y para quienes apenas decían una palabra en aquel entonces, me alegra mucho haber presenciado su crecimiento y desarrollo a lo largo de los años aquí en nuestra escuela. Definitivamente han encontrado sus voces. He aprendido muchísimo sobre ustedes durante el tiempo que pasamos juntos y sin duda extrañaré las largas y valiosas conversaciones con todos ustedes, pero especialmente aquellas que se sintieron como lecciones de vida, como mis conversaciones con Emilio Cabrera y Brandon Terán, por nombrar solo algunas de ellas. Familias, quiero expresarles mi más sincero agradecimiento por su colaboración tan flexible con nuestra escuela. La mayoría se unió a nuestra comunidad justo después de la pandemia, una época llena de incertidumbre. Gracias por permitirnos entrar en sus vidas durante un momento tan difícil, no solo para nuestra comunidad, sino para el mundo. A nuestras familias más nuevas, como Ethan Bone, Angélica Gordillo, Madison Arce y Samira Aiden. Gracias por confiar en nosotros, elegirnos y formar parte de la familia Forte. Solo tuvieron un año para aprender cómo funciona nuestra escuela, lo cual no es fácil, pero mire dónde están ahora. Familias, este también es su graduación. Siéntanse orgullosos del trabajo que han hecho, los desafíos que han puesto y el crecimiento que han logrado como familia. A medida que sus hijos avanzan en la preparatoria y se vuelven más independientes, recuerden que todos los estudiantes, sin importar sus calificaciones, tienen momentos en los que mantenerse organizados y concentrados es súper difícil, especialmente cuando se convierten en adolescentes. Sin embargo, como equipo y mucho apoyo, podemos ayudarlos a convertirse en la mejor versión de sí mismos. Dicho esto, asegúrense de encontrar a quienes forman parte de su equipo en sus nuevas escuelas. Y lamento que no pueda ser yo para siempre, aunque eso estuviera súper increíble. Este año no se ha tratado de solo de lo académico, ha sido un año de crecimiento, resiliencia y transformación. Sé que cada conversación que hemos tenido, ya sea en el aula o en el pasillo o durante las reuniones familiares, han ayudado a construir herramientas que les servirán a nuestros estudiantes toda la vida. Todo lo que han aprendido aquí en Forte no termina hoy. Sigan aplicando esas lecciones porque son súper importantes. Como su representante de familias, he tenido el privilegio de ver cerca la fuerza, inteligencia y determinación que cada uno de ustedes posee. Cada uno de nuestros graduados tiene un verdadero potencial y estoy queriendo ver, para chismosear un poquito, a dónde los llevará en la vida. Por último, espero sepan que esto no es un adiós. Su comunidad de Forte sigue aquí para ustedes. Este es simplemente el comienzo de un nuevo capítulo. Ahora están ahora están entrando en una comunidad más grande que es la preparatoria, con todas sus nuevas oportunidades, amistades y desafíos. Gracias por confiar en el proceso, gracias por creer en nosotros y en sus hijos. Estamos muy orgullosos de cada uno de ustedes. Felicidades.
I'm honored to introduce a special guest. Ebony Young has a lifelong passion for leadership, innovation, and relationship building, which has driven her career from the corporate world to community service and public office. She currently serves as the Deputy Borough President of Queens and is excited to share some words of congratulations and well wishes to the class of 2025.
Because I was right there. My daughter graduated from Wagner, and my kids sat right here. It was amazing. I know the feeling of the parents sitting right there. If you are a parent, and I'm gonna give you a quick story. I'm a hiker. I love to hike. I hike the Bull Hills really quickly in Cold Springs. If anybody knows about those hills, I'm like, hey, this is great. Climb mountains, go down mountains, climb up, go down, climb up, go down. And I do this in a variety of parks. I told a friend of mine, I said, well, let's go hiking at this new park called World Pond. And I said, let's do this. I got this. I know how to follow maps. You go green, the yellow, the red. It's easy. It's simple. I've done this before, right? I get to the hiking area, and we go off. We get on our hike, me and my friend are moving forward and doing what we need to do. And I see the green, I see the red, and I follow the signs. And all of a sudden, it got a little dark, and I thought to myself, wait a minute, I know these hills pretty well. Why in the world am I not thinking about what's going to be further here? So, what ended up happening was, all of the students here, I'm like, oh my goodness, we have an opportunity here for our parents and students to be better through goals of moving forward. So, this is what I want you to do one more time. Repeat after me. This is my moment. And my future is bright. We get up the Bull Hill, we get lost. I say, Tina, oh my goodness, we've got to go through this rubbish to get back on track. We go through the rubbish, the sun goes down, the sun is going down lower and lower and lower, and it's almost dark. And I say, Tina, we gotta go through this rubbish in order to get back on track. And we did that. And we made it to the car before the sun went completely down. We were excited, we were happy, but in the moment of that, we had real fear. And that fear dictated an excitement that was not usual for us. And so what I'm asking you to do right now as students is to think about your journey through middle school and where you're going in high school. There are going to be times where you get off track, where you get lost, where things feel unfamiliar. But when you have the right people with you in your circle, like your parents and your friends, you end up finding a way home. All I'm asking you to do today is consider parents, friends, staying with you along those journeys and opening yourself up to opportunities unbeknownst to you. Repeat after me as I'm talking. This is my moment, and my future is bright. I read greetings on behalf of the Borough President, Dr. Richards, and thank you all for being here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Teachers, families, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. My name is Michael Perez, Student Council President of 2025. And I would like to say, wow, we really did it. 8th grade graduation. It's a moment we've imagined for so long and never thought it'd come so soon. And now that it's here, it almost doesn't feel real. A few years ago, in particular, 5th to 7th grade, I wasn't what you call the presidential type. I didn't always make the best choices. I got in trouble multiple times, and I was affected by following the influence of others around me. I didn't take school seriously, and honestly, this year in particular, was one of the most life-changing years I've had in Forte. But as J. Cole himself once said, you have to hurt in order to know. You have to fall in order to grow, lose in order to gain, because most of life lessons are learned in pain. And because of that pain, I've changed for the better. I would love to thank Miss Milton. So if you guys could give her a round of applause for her If it wasn't for her constantly pushing me towards success, I most definitely wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. Similar to Miss Milton, all of my friends who have supported me through hard times, you know who you are. I love and appreciate your love and care towards me. Without any of you, I would be stuck in the same loop I was in for many years. Now, shifting back to Forte, Forte isn't just a school with good teachers or long assignments. It's a place where people see you. Even when you're not at your best, it's a place of second chances, where no one writes you off because of where you started or the mistakes you made. Here, I learned something that will stick with me forever. It's okay to fall, but it is not okay to stay down. You get back up. You grow and you do better. And that is resilience. And I know I'm not the only one who's grown. Many of us came to school unsure of who we were or what we would become. But look at us now. Every late night study session, every test we pushed through, every time we wanted to quit but didn't. That brought us here. And that is integrity. Doing the right things because of your ambition for greatness. Now, there are some students who've caught my attention in the growth area, and I want to give them a shout out. First, I would like to shout out Ramasu. Ramasu, I've seen you grow throughout the year, and for the last 5 years, you've grown into a remarkable student who doesn't let anyone influence or conflict with their morals. Second, Jeremiah. And I have my reasons for this. In the last couple of months, he's grown in his academics and his ability to bounce back has been truly impressive. He deserves a shout out for his immense resilience and effort to make himself successful. Lastly, this student attended her first year here, and it is Samira. Someone who surpassed her previous limits in the beginning of the year has had trouble speaking out and participating in class. But once she got out of her comfort zone and progress. Because of that, she is graduating a changed person. I would like to thank you highly in advance for taking your academics seriously, showcasing true resilience and integrity in your work. Now, you may please give them a round of applause. Shifting out of that category, I would like to speak on more labels. So, as we know, the world around us has shown us how unstable things can feel. Whether it's global conflicts shaking headlines, to communities right here at home fighting for justice and safety, we've seen how uncertain and overwhelming the world can be. But if there's one thing I know now, it's that you won't have to wait to be older to make a difference. Service doesn't require a big stage. It starts in how we treat each other. Helping a classmate, standing up for what's right, and being kind when it's easier not to be. So, as we head into high school, into a bigger world with new faces and challenges, I hope you remember what this chapter has taught us. That our voices matter. That growth isn't always loud, but it is powerful. That the strongest people are the ones who do the right thing, lift others up, and never stop learning, even after the grades are in. To my classmates, thank you for being real, for being strong, for walking this journey with heart. We're not just middle schoolers anymore. We are scholars. We are artists and leaders. We carry Forte with us. The lessons, the values, and the belief that we are more than our past. To our teachers specifically our aide, I appreciate your hard work and dedication to make students develop and reach their full potential. The staff members deserve the recognition too. Their hard work to keep the school clean and full of learning supplies in order to aid student success. Can you give a round of applause, please? Thank you all for not giving up on us, for seeing our potential before we could, for making this place a second home. To our families, thank you for standing beside us, especially when things got hard. Your support helped build everything we're celebrating tonight. Class of 2025, we are not finished. We are just beginning. Let's go out into this world and show them what integrity looks like. What resilience sounds like. What service feels like. And what real growth means. Let's go out there and show the world who we really are. Thank you. You're good. And now it's my pleasure to introduce, welcome Samaya Evans, the current Forte Prep Student Government Vice President and the other class speaker for the class of 2025. May you give her a round of applause.
everyone, teachers, staff, families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. My name is Maya Evans, and I'm the Vice President within the Student Council. You know, it's funny how time works. Sometimes we feel like things would never end, those long trimester exams, early mornings, rushed homework assignments, and awkward presentations. And yet somehow, here we are, dressed in caps and gowns, wondering how the time went by so fast. When I think about middle school, it's not just the big events like school trips that come to mind. It's the quiet, small memories that I know will stay with me. It's the time where every kid from GMU and Buff State thought William and Mary cheated during 6th grade field day. The small competitions between 7th graders of who could bring Miss Nichols the loudest. And even every time Miss Milton said someone was just typing. These years weren't perfect, and that's what makes them so meaningful. The truth is, not every memory we carry will be shiny or polished. Sometimes it was messy drama between crushes, confusing scolds from teachers, even painful lectures. I'm not gonna go deep into that, but every student from Southern Miss knows the talk that I'm talking about with Ms. Davidson. That was messed up. But honestly, those are part of our story too. Every lecture, every lesson learned the hard way, every time we felt like giving up but got back on track, that's growth. That's courage. That's what has prepared us for what's next. And what's next. That's the part that gets a little scary. Graduates, I want you all to look to the person to your left. No, y'all left from right, bro. Now look to the person to your right. Alright, some of y'all may see these person like tomorrow or even next year, and some of you may never see them again. But we're all about to step into something new. New schools, new classmates, new teachers, maybe even a new version of ourselves that we haven't met yet. And that kind of change can feel overwhelming. It's like being handed like a blank notebook and said, go ahead, start writing. Like, I don't know what to write. But here's what I want us all to remember. We've done this before. From 5th to the grade that we all went, from 5th grade all the way to today, we get nervous each and every year because there's something always new awaiting us. And yet, look how far we've come. So as we get ready to walk into high school, let's carry that same spirit with us. The courage to try, the patience to build new relationships, the strength to stay true to who we are, even if we're still figuring that out. Yes, making new friends, again, will take effort. It might feel a little bit awkward at first. You might wonder, will anyone get me? But I promise you, even if it takes like a year, someone definitely will, and they might be that person you stay friends with for the rest of your life. And then you'll realize it was worth it. The best friendships often come from moments of bravery, the kind where you say hi first, where you sit next to someone you completely don't know, or where you just let yourself be yourself and let yourself be seen by others, even if you're feeling unsure. And let's not forget, as we move on, our community does not disappear, it grows. We're not leaving this place behind, we're taking it with us. We're carrying the people who believed in us, the lessons that shaped us, and the memories that gave us strength. So here's what I hope for each of us. I hope we never forget what we built for each other, the laughter, the learning, the love. I hope we continue to show up for ourselves and each other with kindness and confidence. I hope we allow ourselves to be proud, not just of what we accomplished, but who we're becoming. And I hope we lean into the next chapter with open hearts, ready to create new memories that we'll one day look back on with the same ones we feel today. Class of 2025, thank you for being part of my journey and for letting me be part of yours. The road ahead is wide open, and I truly believe the best is yet to come. Congratulations, we made it. graduates of the 2024-25 school year. If your name is called, please come to the front to receive your award. The first award is the Forte Citizenship Award to the student who always represented Forte to the fullest and used their leadership and voice responsibly. This award goes to Marlon Arroyo. You can take a picture very nicely. The second award is the Growth Award, given to the student who continue to grow academically every single day while they're at Forte Prep. This award goes to Samira Adon. The third award is the Best Self Award, given to the student who consistently showed up as their best version of themselves during their time at Forte Prep. This award goes to Sophia Castro. Congratulations to all the award winners and to all of our graduates. It is now my honor to reintroduce Ms. Benjamia for our diploma component of the ceremony.
Hello, good evening, buenas noches. Thank you, San Despiertos, you're awake. I'm not. Are you all ready to receive your diplomas? Now we will confer all graduated members of the class of 2025 with their official Forte Prep diplomas. Names will be read alphabetically by last name. When your friends or family members' names are read, please keep your applause brief. That's it. All right? Cuando lean los nombres, y ya, please. Otherwise, we can hear all night. Si no, nos quedamos de la noche. There are so many students to celebrate. Students, remember that you will pause for a photo before exiting the stage. Diploma. Photo. Not. Okay. So make sure you take really great pictures, please. We're gonna frame these. And now, welcome the class of 2025. First row. First row, please stand. You're ready? Albert Lojano. Alison Acevedo. Angelique Chacon. Annalise Espinosa. Anthony Alex Parreno. Adriana Dadet Fragoso. Ariana Oyola. Ariani Rodríguez. Ariel Ducky. Ashley Kispitupa. Axel Gabriel Reyes. Aiden Medina. Ayuko Elise Kusumi. Brandon Terán Vargas. Brian Cajamarca Cualpa. Camila Mota. Camila Reyes. Cherish Hughes en ausencia. Cindy Minchala. Cynthia Uraje. David Alpong Jr. David Centeno. Daisy Morocho. Elani Fernández. Emilio Cabrera Morales. Girls. Peter Basilla. Pranu Sampati. Ramatu Samo. Rashal Pradhan. Ryan Mohammed. Richard Gonzalez. Ryan Torpanta. Samira Alon. Sumit Chowdhury. Samaya Z. Evans, Vice President. Samragi Roca. Samuel E. Ortega Moreno. Sandy Yahya. Sara Badinas. Sheila Uraje Mendoza. Sofía Baquilima. Sofía Castellán. Stacy Morales. Stephanie Qualdepizzi Morales. Tomás Parra Muñoz. And last but never least, Zachary Ziskin. Give it up one last time for class of 2025.
Class of 2025, please rise. Thank you for your years of service, teamwork, resilience, integrity, voice, and excellence. We can't wait to watch you continue to strive. Your tassel should currently be on the right side of your head. Now, please turn your tassel to the left. You are now officially Forte Prep graduates. Congratulations. You may now be seated. Almost. I would now like to introduce Forte's head of upper school, Ms. Angela Moose, to share some closing remarks.
Hello, class of 2025. Take a breath. Look around you. You are here. You did it. Not just because today is graduation day, but because of every moment, big and small, that brought you here. The hard work, the setbacks, the courage, the growth, the memories. When I look at this 8th grade class, I don't just see students who are ready for high school. I see a group of students who lived our school values. We've talked about them a lot today. They aren't just words that we hang on the walls. They're qualities that you carry with you. Carried with you every day. Let me show you what I mean. Service showed up in small and sweet ways, literally this year. Samaya, those baked goods you made for the winter dance, that wasn't just dessert, that was love, care, and generosity that you share with your community. And yes, I'm still patiently waiting for that full menu so I can order those from you. Team was Marlon on field day. He rooted for every single... He rooted for every single one of you, making sure no one felt invisible and no one felt alone. That's what real teams do. They celebrate each other. Resilience. Michael, I heard that you survived a haunt. Michael, I heard that you survived an infamous haunted room at Brown. You know, it's one thing to face your science state exam this year, and it's a whole other to face ghosts. And you handled both of those with courage. All of you completed a very lengthy science state exam this year, and that doesn't scream resilient. I don't know what that, right? Integrity is when you show up as your best self, even when no one is watching or when everyone is watching. And that's exactly what we saw in our Black History Month performance, where Fanta cherished their roots. Every single 8th grader was on that stage, and your pride, your respect, your unity left me with goosebumps. That wasn't just a performance, it was one of the most beautiful moments of this year. Voice, well, John Lawrence at prom with the lightsaber at hand. Reminding us all that being bold, being authentic, and letting your personality shine is powerful. Your voice isn't always have to be words. It can be a dance, art, performance, and it can even be a perfectly timed lightsaber move that happens at a prom. And excellence. That was every one of you who had your art shown at our Artivism Museum earlier this week. The work that you created belongs in college galleries, right, Sultan? It is not just made for our middle school hallways. The vision, the depth, the message behind your art, that's what means purpose and passion. You didn't just meet these expectations, you set a new standard. And through it all, the academics, the performances, the trips, the pranks, you never lost your joy. Dancing together at prom, learning bachata and merengue from one of our former students, thank you, Albert. You reminded us that when we lift each other up, we dance, we laugh, we cheer each other on, we grow stronger together. Class of 2025, you are ready. Not because high school will be easy, but because you've already shown you have strength, the voice, the integrity, and the heart to meet every challenge. Carry that with you. Lift each other up. Lead with your values, and although you won't hear your teachers and the adults in the building saying, tuck in that shirt, Jeremiah, or keep that pencil in hand, and make sure that you are annotating, I do want to offer you these words to keep in mind. Be kind, be curious, and be courageous. Kindness will open doors and build bridges. Curiosity will fuel your learning and your growth, and courage will help you face challenges head on and stand up for what's right. We are so proud of you. You will always have a home here on Reader Street. Before I wrap up, I want to thank our families. Thank you, families, for trusting us to guide the education and the future of your children. Thank you for your unwavering support, your patience, and your love. Your sacrifices and encouragement is a big, big part of their success. And to all the teachers and staff who have taught or interacted with any of our graduating class students, thank you for pouring your energy, your time, and your hearts into our students and helping them get to this moment today. Seniors, make sure to pause and thank those who have lifted you, guided you, and believed in you, because none of us rise alone. You stand tall today on the shoulders of giants. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's hear it one more time for these amazing students. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. I know you're waiting for this moment. Just a quick note, you're gonna throw it straight up above you, all right? Here we go. At this time, you may toss your caps. Graduates, please stand for the recession. You will dismiss by row from the front to the back of the stands. And when you leave, please make a right and head out towards the entrance to meet your families.